Now I invite our today's. Thank you, sir.
गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
And my colleagues and students, good morning all of you. Let me take the opportunity to welcome you all on this occasion of Viksit Bharat 2047. I think you well known about this word Viksit Bharat 2047, which is launched on December 11th by our Prime Minister. The Viksit Bharat 2047 word is the brainchild of our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi Garu. So with a vision statement of that is developed India, Viksit Bharat means developed India by 2047. So I think this program tag is that is Viksit Bharat 2047 tag is voice of youth. So you are the right people to change the system, change the environment, whatever may be, our development. So 23 years or more to do. So yours is the right age like 20 or 21. So by 2047, I think your age might be the 43 years or 44 years. So how the India will be? So this program is mainly for, this is the program call given by AICTE and Ministry of Education. That's why you are conducting. So everything what you are doing here, it is recorded and to be submitted to the AICTE and Ministry of Education by this evening, right? So this is a very important program. So how your involvement and our involvement as a faculty or mentors or management of this college. So they are given this Viksit Bharat word for developed nation or developed country. But this program here in our SRKR Engineering College, this program is mainly for the change or developed country, developed SRKR, right? Developed our village, developed our society. Like that we are arranging this section and moving towards that. Regarding this, we have created so many platforms here, like Idea Lab or Technology Center or Digital Learning Center, whatever maybe. So you have to involve in this process, that is environmental sustainable Viksit Bharat. With this, I would like to conclude. So without wasting your valuable time, we'll start other speeches. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Colleagues, I need not tell anything regarding the Viksit Bharat 2047 because almost this word is very popular in India. It is the word given by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Viksit Bharat, nothing but a developed nation. Development, the present government of India is expecting development in all the aspects. It includes particularly in the education, economy, healthcare, infrastructure and technology. I am putting 5 words before you. One in connection with the technology, second one in connection with the education. Because the highest number of educational institutes in the entire world, more than 40,000 higher educational institutions are available in the India. It is established by our government of India for the last 75 or 70 years. So that is nothing but a knowledge center. It is supposed to disseminate knowledge to the society through a students. So here the government of India identified not the practical knowledge is more important than the theoretical knowledge. So far we are paying much attention on the theoretical knowledge without having any connection with the industries. So that is, so far we are developing this type of theoretical knowledge in the campus, in the knowledge center. But the Modi is insisting practical knowledge, not theoretical knowledge. Modi is insisting development of entrepreneurs in the campus at the UG level, not at the PG level they are expecting. So keeping in view of that reason, Viksit Bharat, they are insisting pressure on the industrialists to get in touch with the educational institution to reduce the gap between the industrial knowledge as well as the theoretical knowledge. So for reducing the theoretical knowledge, for making a movie towards the practical knowledge, we need the very good support of the industrialists. So with this industrial support, so that is why internship, nothing but a intertwining between the academic institutions and industrial needs. That is what we call the internship program. It has become a mandatory as per new education policy. New education policy, we are implementing it from 2020 onward. So nowadays, all of you kindly understand, because big number of students are available in the meeting. You kindly understand the importance of industries and industrial knowledge you require. So as per that, practice-oriented teaching, it has become a mandatory in the educational institutions. So highest number of higher educational institutions in the campus, highest number of students as far as if you go through the world scenarios, only 5,000 institutes are there in USA, but we got 40,000 institutions when compared to USA. So this much of knowledge, if you see the quantity of knowledge, if you see the developed industries, highest number of industries are there in America, highest number of ranked universities, almost first top 5 universities are there in America. We got no place out of 200 ranked universities. If you go through it, even our IITs are not placed in that high ranked universities or high ranked education institution. So that is why the present administrative setup got lot of worries in connection with the development aspects of our country. So for that, your support, your future totally lies in that Viksit Bharat. You are not supposed to expect a job after completion of your degree. Now the government of India is paying much attention on the institutions like us, premier institutions like us, to produce entrepreneurs, not the job seeker. That is the pressure they are putting, because keeping in view of the scenarios they are already visualizing by 2005. So here next, what we call the Amrut Kal, nothing but a golden period. Next 25 years, our country is supposed to be a developed nation with the kind support of you as well as industry. Already our management identified this in the way back 2015 itself. They have established a technology center, and at that time, Maharshi Consultancy, the present CEO of that company, started itself in the 2015 just to get acquainted with the students and student support, as well as they are already offering an excellent number of internships in the what we call the technology center. You kindly understand the present administrative setup also identified the importance of entrepreneurship courses, and our college is also, I think, gearing up for introduction of BBA course in the campus itself, just to enlighten you towards that business administrative practices. So it is the fact I am putting before you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
2015 itself, he started one Maharishi startup in our campus, and regularly he is giving internships to our students. Some of them are also observed as an employer. So thank you very much, sir, for providing all these facilities here. And next, coming to our today's present topic. So, as you all of us know, when we were studying, that time our teachers used to say that our country is developing country and that will become developed country. But so far we have not seen. But now the days are come. So definitely by the end of 2047, I strongly believe that our country will become the developed country. Can you say the reason for that? Very recently, on December 11th, even I also attended, in our state, in Governor's Bangla, this was inaugurated by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. So I am not belonging to any party, but definitely I will appreciate the Narendra Modi. The reason for that is, after his entrance into as a Prime Minister, definitely the country level has increased all over the world. So wherever Narendra Modi is going, you might be seen in America or Australia, wherever he is going, he is elevating our country. Why he is elevating all these things? Depending on all of you. Youth minds. He is giving a lot of importance to youth minds and especially higher education institutions. And because of that reason only, so many national educational policy. When we were studying that time only 20 years or 25 years, the same syllabus. But now, batch to batch, the syllabuses are going changing. And also open electives they are providing. So in open electives, you can choose any subject. Just now we have conducted the management course. Today is the management day. So there the management courses, so many people are interested in doing the management courses. Why I am saying all these things is, these are the very essential. So now, how many of you are in civil engineering here? Anyone from civil engineering? Anyone from mechanical engineering? Anyone from electrical engineering? Anyone from ECE? Computer science? Information technology? Latest subjects, artificial intelligence and all these things? Why I ask all these things is very good. It's a combination of all branches. That is the need of the hour, exactly. But whatever it may be, whether you are a civil engineer or mechanical engineer or electrical engineer, you all should know artificial intelligence. So this artificial intelligence will become the best tool. Do you know how many years you will live in future? So when independence came, that time the average life is 32 years. Now it has increased to 72 years. And in future, 300 years may be possible because of this artificial intelligence. Do you know Apple Watch? So in this Apple Watch, whatever the readings we are getting, say for example, sugar levels, BP levels, cholesterol levels, everything will be noted. So artificially, that itself is modifying, that itself is collecting a lot of data. And now for reducing the cholesterol, every day we have to take the tablets. But in future, if you take a tablet, one tablet, that will survive for 5 years or 10 years like that. Those type of tablets are coming. So if that is the case, then there will not be any heart attacks. So like that, so many improvements will be there. But only thing is we have to update. Especially this artificial intelligence and computer science are necessary for all branches, even for management courses or medical courses or whatever it may be, that is necessary. So if you enhance the language like this, definitely our country will become the developed country. That is the main objective of our beloved Prime Minister. So on this occasion, I request all of you to confidently say we will make this by 2047 we will make the developed country. మీ వంతుగా మీరు మనం 2047 కి డెవలప్డ్ కంట్రీ అవుతాము అని మాట్లాడాలి. ఓకేనా? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? మోడీ గారికి చెప్పాలి. By 2047 we will make our country as the developed country and that is the main goal of you. Is it okay or not? మీరు దాంట్లో పార్టిసిపేట్ చేస్తారా చేయరా? 2047 కి మన కంట్రీని డెవలప్డ్ కంట్రీ కింద చేయాలి. దానికి మీరు పార్టిసిపేట్ చేస్తారా లేదా? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో గట్టిగా చెప్పాలి. ఇంకా సో వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ రోల్ దెన్? యు అగ్రీ యు విల్ డూ దట్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ రోల్ నౌ? ఏం చేయాలి మీరు? మరి తెలియాలి కదా, మనం డెవలప్మెంట్ చేయాలంటే తెలియాలి కదా. సో నిన్న నాకు ఆశ్చర్యపోయాను, ఎందుకంటే నాకు ఎంత ఆనందం ఉందంటే ఒక అమ్మాయి సిఎస్సి డిపార్ట్మెంట్ అడిగారు వచ్చారు. వస్తే వారికి అమెజాన్ లో per month 1,10,000 అంట. ఇప్పుడు మాకు కూడా రావట్లేదు వస్తుంది చాలా మంది, నాకంటే వస్తుంది చాలా మంది రావట్లేదు. బట్ మంత్ ఇంటర్న్షిప్ 1,10,000 అన్నమాట. అంటే ఆపర్చునిటీస్ అలా ఉన్నాయి. యువర్ opportunities are like that. It is our duty to utilize those opportunities. For every person, the time is 24 hours only. But the students who are utilizing the time in proper manner, they are doing excellence in games. They are doing excellence in academics. They are doing excellence in placements and all these things. So, on this occasion, my sincere advice is you have to maintain the time management properly. Then, definitely, our country will become the developed country. Will you maintain like that or not? చెప్పండి గట్టిగా. సో మీరు ప్రాపర్గా ప్లాన్ చేసుకోవాలి. ప్లాన్ చేసుకుని మీరు మీకు ప్లేస్మెంట్స్కి వస్తే ప్లేస్మెంట్స్కి లేదా ఎంటర్ప్రీనర్ అంతా ముందే ప్లాన్ చేసుకుని అలా చేసుకున్న రోజునే మీ యూత్ అందరు కానీ కలపెడితే కంట్రీ బికమ్ ది డెవలప్డ్ కంట్రీ. ఇప్పుడు ప్రజెంట్ ఏ కంట్రీస్ డెవలప్డ్ కంట్రీస్? యుఎస్ఏ అన్ని కూడా డెవలప్డ్ కంట్రీ. అక్కడంతా ఎన్ని డిసిప్లిన్ చాలా బాగుంటుంది అనమాట. కరప్షన్ ఉండదు. మీరు కొద్ది గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫీసర్స్ అయినా సరే కరప్షన్ చేయని చెప్పండి, ఆటోమేటిక్గా డెవలప్డ్ కంట్రీ అవుతుంది. అది మన కంట్రీస్లో అన్ని బ్యాడ్ అనమాట. ఓవర్ పాపులేషన్ పూర్వకాలం ఏంటంటే ఓవర్ పాపులేషన్ వల్ల మన కంట్రీ బ్యాడ్ అనుకుంటారు. కానీ ఈ రోజునే ఓవర్ పాపులేషన్ మంచిదైంది. అందులో యూత్ పాపులేషన్ ఇస్ ద హైయెస్ట్ పాపులేషన్ ఇన్ ది వరల్డ్. ఇండియాలో యూత్ పాపులేషన్ ఇస్ ది హైయెస్ట్ పాపులేషన్ ఇన్ ది వరల్డ్ అనమాట. దట్స్ వై our Prime Minister is dreaming that our country should become developed country by 2047. Okay, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Director Dr. M. Jagpatraj garu and my learned colleagues on the dais and today's distinguished speaker Sri M. Srinivaswaram garu and my colleagues of the dais and my dear student friends. Good morning to all of you. He is M. Srinivaswaram garu. He is our alumni. That means he is your senior first. Okay? I think 98 you are clear. 96 passed from CSE branch. 92, 96. Actually CSE I think established in 91 in our college. CSE branch was established in the year 1991. He is the second batch of CSE student in our college. 96 he cleared. And he had a vast experience in IT industry. He had been to the various countries, USA and other countries. And I know him personally. He is hardworking, dedicated, focused, and committed towards that. That's why he had like that. Now having a vast experience in, especially more period of I think in Wipro, you know what? Wipro is that means a long period he worked with Wipro. And he had been to US and other countries as a part of it. And finally he has started one company of his own, Sri Maharshi Consultancy Limited. Understood? He has started. That startup is also in our college itself. Now he is providing employability to number of people. Previously he was an employee. Now he became employer and provided employment to the other people. Understood? Like that it should be. The qualities we have to take. And above all, his residence is opposite to our residence. Okay? That is one thing. Now, what we have to do is, as a student, you have to concentrate on academics and games and sports. Physical games and sports also equally important. Games and sports and participating in extracurricular, co-curricular activities whenever chance arises. Don't miss those chances. Like that we have to, that means participate and you have to improve your skills whenever the situation comes. We should not be far away from the situation. Understood? That should be there. Okay, academics is the most important, because without that academics, writing the examinations, getting the marks, gaining the knowledge, that is the primary thing. In addition to that, we have to participate in all these, and we are having so many facilities in Idea Lab, hackathons, some other student clubs, okay, and various fests also. Fests are conducting for you. Okay, all these things you have to participate, and physical games also nowadays. All of you, I think I have observed the usage of mobile phone. You are increasing the actually limit. Okay, there are limits for everything, out of which for this also you have to put one limit. Okay, for usage of our mobile phone, smartphone. You reduce that, all these things will improve automatically. Understood? Okay, I won't take much time. First of all, sorry for this, I have left immediately because our collector came to our campus, okay, to this N block. That's why I went immediately. Now has seen and over. Now we can listen to you. Thank you very much.
Students in a righteous direction. Now it's time for the felicitation. I request our principal sir, director sir, and Dean R&D sir, and go.
Parkwaju sir, Jayaprakash garu, Murali Krishnadas garu, Gopi garu, and again, as sir has mentioned, yeah, I did both my BTech and MTech from SRKR, and I do have 25 plus years of IT industry experience. I'm going to talk about those things little later. But honestly, at first I would like to thank, sincerely thank SRKR Engineering College. Because honestly, I tell you one thing. While I was a student back in 1992, I joined CSE department, and I literally need to be very thankful for SRKR Engineering College, the staff, everyone, because even during Dasara vacation or Pongal vacation, it doesn't matter. Even if there is one student who is interested to utilize the lab, they used to keep it open. And even during the vacation. So we do have all the facilities, whether they utilize it or not, it's up to the student. But that really helped a lot, even for me, of course for a lot of others. And I humbly thank everyone, and especially SRKR Engineering College for providing that kind of facility, and for providing, again now things have, they have improved way beyond, but we need to be really thankful for all the facilities that the institution is providing. And with respect to the event, trust me, I do travel from as and when there is a new business opportunity, as and when there is a requirement, we do travel a lot. And trust me, the way people see India, it is totally different compared to 20 years or 30 years back. Everyone has got a lot of respect now. Trust me, everyone respects, and we can really be very happy, and we can see the difference. So it is all because the commitment of Government of India, and again, as sir has mentioned, yeah, it is not about political parties or anything, but the way Narendra Modi Garu is supporting, and the way India is seen, it is highly respected wherever you go. And on behalf of all of us, we need to be very thankful to the Government of India, and they are trying to wake you up. They are trying to create an opportunity, and they are supporting you from the Government of India side, from the university side, and from SRKR Engineering College. They are providing you, you name it, whether you utilize it or not, that is, whether you spend your time with your mobile or whether you want to utilize the facilities. See, the moment you go out of college, you don't have access to these facilities. Realize that you have world-class facilities. You have everything. Whether you utilize it or not, it is up to you. If you have a diamond in your hand, whether you utilize it for the right purpose or whether you throw it or not, it is your decision. To make use of it is what anyone can say. And again, thanks a lot for this opportunity, sir. And humbly thank you very much for all of your time. And thank you for. My request, this session may be there for about 45 minutes to 1 hour. And we'll see what we can do. But my request is, please stay focused. And it is about your career. It is about your career. It is about the trends in IT industry. And I am sure in your career, at some point of time, at least one point from this presentation will surely be useful. So all I request is little attention. You don't need any past background, you don't need to make any notes, you don't need to do anything. Just listen. Talk about what you are blessed with, inclusive of me. A lot of people, a lot of students out here, I want you to at first realize you have been really blessed. You are doing your BTech in a premier institution, and that itself is a blessing, trust me. And all you got to do, if you really wanted to succeed, how many of you don't want to succeed in life? How many of you don't want to succeed in life? Anyone? Everyone wanted success. And trust me, let me just categorize. Yes, in our society, at first let's talk about. See, women may have a lot of limitations in our society. Whether we accept it or not, there are certain boundaries. But with your degree, IT industry is the one which is going to enable you to work from anywhere, irrespective of whatever is your state, irrespective of whatever is your position, irrespective of whether you are, even if any one of you end up as a housewife. I don't mean anything in another way, but even after, a lot of these boundaries, still, if you really, all you got to do is you need to have at least little bit of interest and passion. That's all. And one more thing, the benefits of IT industry, you can start either develop a product, or you can start up, you can start your own organization, hardly for any money. I will talk about all those things even without any money. Literally, how much of money do you need to start a company? Anyone? You don't need any investment at all. If you have passion, you can go ahead and start. And whether it is your male, female, it doesn't matter. And IT CSE students, okay, let's keep them aside. Of course, they all know. But with respect to mechanical, civil, electrical, electronics, actually they have much bigger advantage. Because we cannot go learn, IT students and CSE students, they cannot go learn their field. We cannot get into the insights of their field. But if they learn little bit of programming, or if they learn little bit of on how to apply things, they are in an incompatible area. And I'll tell you, I'll just give one small example. It doesn't matter, even if you are not into technology, or it doesn't matter. Very recently, I'll just tell you. Very recently, there was one relative, and I don't know anything about fish ponds and all these hatcheries and all. I have zero knowledge. I had been to one hatchery, the place where they actually that seed, that prawn seed is what they cultivate. I don't want to don't talk. Don't catch any mistakes in case if I talk anything which is not the right word in that area. And they have demonstrated how they, because in that initial level, every prawn, even for an eye, it is not visible properly. It is so small. And that is not at all an IT area. It is not at all an IT area. And when you go there, and what I have seen is the way they are counting prawns at that initial level. They are making use of technology there. And what they were doing is, they were putting certain amount of this prawn, them into a bucket, and they are putting a small device on top, and they are able to count how many, what is the count. And when I really observed, all that they are doing is, they have a tab, they put all those things into a bucket, they have a tab, and they are just taking one picture. And from that picture, using a small app, they are able to count. And how can they do that? All they are doing is just a pixel count. And I asked them, what is the price of this? For each device, they had to pay 1,50,000 rupees. What I am trying to say here, that particular app that they have built is something which any student out here can do with probably 1 or 2 days of effort. 1 or 2 days of effort. That is how small. All that app does is, it just takes a picture and it does a pixel count. And how much are they selling it for? How much are they selling it for? 1,50,000 per device. And you can get these tabs that they are using for 9,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees in the market. So if you really see the world, if you really observe the world, problems are there all around. And all you got to do is just acknowledge the problem, and if you can just propose a solution to an existing problem. You don't have to be a rocket scientist, you don't have to think, you don't need to overthink, but you just need to keep your eyes open, look around, and you can come up with your own solutions. And if they are really successful, it is like you don't need to, you can all become entrepreneurs. And you can work from home, you have all the freedom, you name all the benefits. And you don't need any investment. And what you got to do, what we need to realize is, every one of us are fully qualified with the proper degree, which is very much accepted across the globe. Across the globe. Whether you are in US or whether you are in any other country, your degree that you are getting, it is a blessing, is what I can say, because it is valid across the globe. And the amount of skill level that you are getting from India, thanks to India, the amount of skill that you are getting, trust me, whether you believe it or not, it is way higher than some of the highly developed countries' bachelor's degree, even compared to US. I don't mean to undermine US, but if there is a bachelor degree holder from US, and if you compare that with an Indian student and their skill, Indian students are more skilled. Unless you go out, you will not realize that. You will not realize that. Anyway, we are going to jump to the specific topic that we are going to focus upon, startups. And you need to be aware of what this is all about, at least at some point of time, if not immediately, at least when you have an idea, be aware the entire environment that you are in, be it India, be it SRKR Engineering College, they are all supportive. All you got to do is go approach the right contacts and they are there to support you. You don't need any investment. There is no risk. And right now, as of this moment, obviously we all can acknowledge the recruitment trend. It is right now in little, it is not in that great position right now, even the major companies. But rather than seeing that, see everything as an opportunity. And there is a lot of buzz. AI is going to take over all the jobs. AI is going to do that. I would say a strict no. Because the same type of thing, same type of rumors or same type of discussion has come about 30 years back. At that time, it was not AI, but it was like, okay, computers have come and all the jobs will go away. Did it happen? Did it happen? A lot of people, they learned computers and the productivity level has increased. That is what has happened. But if you say, no, I don't want to learn computer and I hate computer, obviously you will have some impact. Same is the case even with UI. Ultimately, AI. Ultimately, the key benefit of computers or AI is to increase your productivity. And for sure, if you are resistant to learn the new stuff, you will be impacted. But please see that as an opportunity to improve productivity. And opportunities will always be there. Okay, with that, I'm going to jump to the actual topic, startups. Background about ourselves. Again, I am not trying to sell anything. I am just sharing information. Okay, I am not trying to sell anything here, but just see me as your senior, trying to share some information, and we'll keep it as short as possible. I understand you are all hungry, and we'll keep it as short as possible. Okay, but stay focused. Whatever time you are spending here, please stay focused. Again, just to give a little bit of background about myself. Yeah, I've been associated with IT industry. I did my BTech in computer science, second batch, from the same building. And just to also let you know, in the same building, even my daughter is currently studying CSE in the same building. So, I have been associated with IT industry for the last 25 years. Worked in Wipro for 10 years, Verizon for 4 years. With the total US-based companies, associated for 14 years. And after that, I'm into banking right now. For the last 13 years, we are focused on banking products. We have a product company, and we are offering a lot of solutions. I'll tell you the key benefits. And currently, with respect to the clients that we have worked with US, UK, Switzerland, Singapore, and with respect to African countries, Kenya, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Uganda. So, our products are there in a lot of banks, and we are running from Bharat. I'm not trying to sell anything here. I don't need any money from you. So just listen. I'm just a senior sharing information. That's all. Okay. Again, ultimately, even this was a startup at one point of time, and we are currently operating comfortably from Bharat, and not even one single open customer issue as I stand here with any of those installations that I mentioned. Because we can do it from Bharat, and if any one of you are from rural villages near Bharat also, you can do a startup even from your village. There is no limitation. You don't need to go depend on someone for a job. I'll share all that information. So acknowledge that. Accept your mind, no one is blocking you. Accept your mind. Accept your own mind. No one is blocking you, and everyone is trying to support you, and including the government, the institution, you name it. Okay, we'll just quickly go through the typical motivation for startups. Why anyone will go for a startup? You need to understand this. There should be a financial opportunity. If you do so and so, you will get revenue out of that. And you need to be clear on these things. And the key benefit is, if it is an innovative product, you will be able to, it need not be innovative also all the time. I'll tell you, there is a movie dialogue long back. Andhra Anni Kanpettesaru Nake Emi Migalchaledu. But even in that case, you still have the opportunity. At least if you know how to copy the solution properly, you can still have. I'll tell you. There are a lot of automations around. For example, how are you going to sell a car? You may go publish it on a website, or you will place a paper ad. That is the current Indian practice, right? And even if you see, okay, there is already this existing website is there. I would have really developed this. if that is still open. But already someone has developed and they are already making a lot of money. This is an example. So someone has already developed that solution. And you will close your mind. You may think, okay, I need to go find some other solution. It need not be that way. At least if you know, yeah, there is this solution. For example, red bus. Red bus, yes, at one point of time, the way they developed, they were able to make huge money, making bus bookings through an app. And in India, obviously, if you want to go start one more, when compared to Abhi-bus and Red bus, it is very tough time. It is very tough to get. But the idea there is, if you have the capability to develop something similar also, you can go look for other countries where it is not there. For example, if you want to go sell a car, all it requires is development of a small website kind of a thing where users can just post, which a lot of you do that in hackathons, where you can just publish, okay, I want to sell this car and this is the price, and people, they can just log in and they can bid for it. That is, I was just talking to one of my friends. There is no such solution. I'm just giving you an example. There is no such solution in, for example, a country like Tanzania. And if you can start, I'm telling you, at this point of time, if you go start that right now, all it requires is a website and a contact in Tanzania. That's it. I'm sure. How many projects do you need if you really want to settle in your life? You can create employment opportunities and you can comfortably settle from remote. And all it requires is, I'm sure you all have laptops, little bit of effort and develop a website which will function perfectly fine and just market that in Tanzania. This is an example. It need not be a new idea all the time. You can just open your eyes. If it is closed in India, go explore what are the other countries where I can utilize this. That is how simple it is. Okay, begin. The amount of flexibility that we are going to get in a startup is incomparable, provided we are committed. At first, we should have the commitment. And ultimately, yeah, we need to solve that problem. It doesn't mean it is like a mathematical problem where I need to find a solution for that. No, you are trying to address, let's not call it a solve, let us try to address a real world problem. So that problem may not be here in India, but you go venture other markets or other countries and you will have the opportunity. So you can not only look for innovative new solutions, but you can also explore new markets. Even that is sufficient for anyone's success. And the basic thing that I strongly feel, maybe there are some exceptional cases, the basic thing, if you really wanted to succeed in the current field, you should have good amount of passion for technology. That is the key requirement. Good amount of, you need to be passionate. You should not feel like, okay, it is a pain to sit in front of a system or trying to develop a solution. No, if you feel the pain, then you look for something else. But I feel this is the key criteria that is required. You don't have to, you can make your own decisions. You have all the freedom and a few quick myths. These are not true. Having a great idea is sufficient. And if you go to DNR college ground, almost every person who is walking there can give you an idea. Whether it works out or not, that is totally different. Whether that is innovative or not, that is totally different. But everyone can give ideas. But having an idea is not sufficient. You need to present it to the market in the right way and with the right solution. So if anyone says, I'll give you the idea and you develop the solution and you give me 50% back from that revenue, it doesn't really make sense. They need to, if they provide the solution, they will talk in that picture. And of course, by the time, and I have seen some people who developed some solutions, but by the time they completed their development, already someone else has deployed that into the market and they are successful. What will happen to all the effort that they have put in? So it is possible. You need to be protective about what you are trying to develop. You need to book your intellectual properties, and you need to take care of all those things. And there is no specific formula for this, and it is always advisable to take someone's advice from time to time. And again, benefits. It need not necessarily be, when I say startup, it need not necessarily be that you need to, again, this is something which you can, which you need to understand. You need not start on your own, but you may also end up working in a startup. That is also fine. And there are a lot of benefits of working in a startup, which I actually wanted to share. One, it is not a closed environment. Everyone will have comfortable internet access. That itself is a gift if you really know how some companies operate. There are some companies where I have worked, and you cannot open even google.com at all the time. You cannot browse because of the restrictions, and even today that is how they operate. If you want to go access a production environment, you cannot have even a pencil in your pocket. You cannot have even a white paper in your pocket. You need to work in that kind of environments. But in the case of startups, you will not have any such limitations. The amount of skill that as an employee which you are going to get in a startup is incomparable compared to MNCs, because I don't blame MNCs, because they have to follow a lot of guidelines as described by the customer for getting the project. And they need to follow all those things, keeping data confidentiality. And you can actually you know why a lot of people quit Google? A lot of people quit even Google. The reason is they put years of effort, they take years of effort, they deliver a solution, and they don't go to the market. They don't go to the market because of n number of reasons. There are a lot of products which are done by Google, which are totally innovative, but because of the strategic decisions at the executive level, they don't deploy to the market. And what will happen to the team who is involved in all those things? They get upset. But even Google cannot do, because they are on strategic decisions. So, but when it comes to startups, the work that you are doing, the moment after all the struggle, if you see the way it is functioning in production, you will have a lot of satisfaction. And one more thing, which is a common myth, people don't really work for money. If you probably, initial days, probably in the first 2 years, you may be very keen on your money, and I wanted this salary, and that is human tendency. But people do not really work for money, if you really notice. They are happy if they get satisfaction from their job. Even if they are not getting fully paid, but if they are enjoying the job satisfaction, they will stick to you for whatever is the period. And this is, they don't work for money all the time. And you can interact with various different, ultimately the amount of skill you are going to get. Stages. We'll try to conclude very shortly. in about 10 minutes. You are going to get a lot of benefits. Ultimately, in short, let me tell you in short, and let me just try to speed up. See, no one is really blocking you. If anyone wanted any advice, you can contact the management, you can contact the seniors out here. You can also approach us, we'll be in technology center. We utilize the opportunities around. And if you really wanted to start an organization from Bhimavaram itself, this is the process. All you got to do is, you need to have clarity in your mind on what you really wanted to develop or how you wanted to earn money. Ultimately, that is what it is. If you don't want to earn money, if you wanted to be a philanthropist, if you wanted to start a non-profit organization, watch out. Don't want to comment on those things, but down the lane, are you going to, can you stay motivated in that kind of model is what matters. And you need to be clear whether you want to start a sole ownership organization or a private limited company. At first you need to be clear, and then you need to register yourself for as a company and with the government of India, and you also need to have the tax registration, the GST is what I mean, and you need to have a separate bank account for the organization, and you also need to make sure you also do IP protection, and you also need to be aware, if you are trying to copy anything from anyone, you may end up in very serious legal penalties. Watch out, ensure you are aware of the laws, ensure you are aware of, at least take someone's advice, but at least in short, if you wanted to start, at least register a company and let it go in parallel. Even if you want to go, even if you wanted to go for a job also, that is fine. You may work for about 2 years, you can study the environment, you can understand whatever is happening there, take all that knowledge and then you start on your own. And you don't have to depend on the market, you don't have to depend on your supervisor. Am I going to have my job after 3 years or not? You will have that tension all the time. But if you are focused on this, at least let the organization run in parallel, and you can develop something in parallel, keep it with you. When it succeeds, focus on this. You can keep those things in mind. You don't have to depend on anyone, and you can utilize your time properly. And again, this is just a quick thing. These are just a few inputs. Of course, you can think about, these are all various inputs. You can think about a startup in the areas of whatever is in the market. Right now, the data science and analytics, cyber security, regular software development, cloud computing, DevOps. Even if you develop one small solution with automation, that is also sufficient. All you got to do is whatever effort that you are putting as an employee somewhere, along with that, you also see what can just observe things, just develop it. And typical challenges, again, understanding, ensure. Ultimately, let me just quickly skip this. All you got to do is you need to maintain quality, you need to deliver what you really wanted to deliver. It all depends on your idea, it all depends on what you wanted to develop. And these are the various folks who you are going to work with. You need to get into, because even if you have a solid product, it is not sufficient. You need to work with various folks, you need to work with the end customers, you need to work with the business executives who are actually going to be good in selling that product in the market. And it need not be a new product, it can also be an existing solution, but for a different market. You can think about all those things. And ultimately, again, there are good amount of startups which may end up in a failure as well. And I would say it is all because of lack of proper planning. Lack of proper planning is what with them, that is a lot of people, they do that mistake. Watch out. And yes, this is something which you just need to be aware. You need to be aware of legal laws. You need to be aware of confidentiality matters. You should be prepared. What if a particular team member leaves? Because if it is a startup, you will have a huge impact. Accordingly, you need to plan that. So, any advice you can always approach us. Market risk, competition, and these are quick tips. We'll just close with one or two slides after this. And ultimately, what I can say in short is, don't try to develop, again this is my opinion, don't try to develop something which comes to your mind. See what is required really by the market. And if you put little bit of effort, whatever effort that you are putting in your hackathons, little bit of effort, and don't work with someone because he is a friend. See if that particular person can really contribute to the solution. When it comes to work, you need to be clear on the terms. And again, ensure you should not be doing like I have some of my friends who just immediately out of the college, they wanted to, because they have some money from their parents, they wanted to go for a startup and they ended up in a failure. What will happen? They lost a lot of money, and to earn that money, again they are working. So don't do that kind of mistakes. Ensure whatever you are putting, it is at very, very, very low cost. So maintain that cost, and once you earn a lot of money, how you want to spend, that is up to you. But when you are investing, you need to be very cautious and don't go for huge investment. You don't have, that is the beauty of IT industry. And you need to get onto partnerships with business folks. Ultimately, in short, this is the last slide. In short, be clear on your target. Even if you want to go for a job, even if you want to go for a startup, even if you want to do something else, it is okay. But have some target. And startup doesn't mean you need to invest. Think about it. Even one small differentiation, with that you can just settle in life without any investment. That is the beauty. And environment is very supportive. And please talk to your seniors, the staff, and you can approach any one of us. We can also help you in case if there is anything. I am sure in case if there is any question, probably I can take one or two questions considering it is lunchtime. Or you can approach me after the session. With that, we'll conclude.
Principal sir, Director sir, and management for their continuous support in organizing such events. I thank AICTE officials for permitting us to continue and delivering his expert talk. We are so fortunate to have such a knowledgeable session, which definitely embarked motivation for startups in many of the students. Thank you, sir. I thank each and everyone who has taken a part in making this event happen. Last but not least, I thank print and media for the coverage, and thank you everyone.
స్టూడెంట్స్ అందరికీ థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్తున్నాను, మీరు ఇంట్రెస్ట్గా ఉన్నారు. ఎందుకంటే ఇది లంచ్ అవర్ తెలుసు, సార్ చెప్తున్నాను, ఎందుకంటే హ్యావింగ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ టు ప్రజెంట్ ఓవర్ హియర్. మీకు ఎవరికైనా మోర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కావాలంటే సార్ డైరెక్ట్గా మీట్ అవ్వచ్చు త్రూ మీ అండ్ త్రూ సురేష్ గారు. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫర్ యూ, ఎందుకంటే మీరు పేషెన్స్, ఎందుకంటే లంచ్ అవర్లో ఎంత టైం స్పెండ్ చేశారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ అన్న.
పక్కలో చేస్తాం అది మామూలు అకౌంట్ అది సింపుల్గా లేస్తారు 1,50,000 అది జస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అంతే